can't believe. Okay, no. We're gonna be a little bit more pop culture centric. Like,
Okay.
Actually, have you watched The Floor Is Lava yet?
No.
I've seen the whole season because I have that. It's like it's feeding that weird Double Dare energy that's deep inside me. You don't even know what Double Dare is, do you?
No, but
You're so young.
I'm not that young.
I'm 22.
22. I've been called an old soul, and my therapist says I am too old for my age. So
your therapist doesn't do pop culture references to you constantly, only for you to go.
No, I'm pretty sure the only thing he's ever seen is Schitt's Creek, which like not mad about, but also see some other things too.
See some other things like that. That's a good place to start.
Schitt's Creek is a very fun show.
I need to finish watching it.
And Dan and Patrick truly mean a lot to me. I do love them.
That I will also give that to them. Yes.
Have you watched the Cabaret season?
No.
Okay, so that season's back and forth, but Cabaret, so good.
What, their version of Cabaret or Cabaret as a vehicle?
Their version of Cabaret.
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
It's so good. They don't do much of it, but when you see them do maybe this time, it's so good. They earned that shit.
I like it. I like it a lot. I will definitely get into it. I'm not going to tell you how many episodes I've actually seen.
I mean, I like that show for what it is. I don't hold that one like close to my heart.
Okay, that's fair. Fairness. It's fair. Yeah.
This is now also a musical podcast.
We are going to break down the world of a musical. I swear to you.
Yeah.
Speaking of, welcome to World Destruction.
That is the name. I had to think for a second.
That you forgot that was the name of the podcast? That's okay. This is actually a podcast where two people, what do? We go
into your fictional worlds and we decide whether they are good or not.
I like that. I think that, putting myself in such a high regard where I can literally judge other people's media creations makes me a better person than everybody else. No, I'm joking. You're not. Imagine.
I was going to let you keep going.
You give me so much leeway to just be the worst, and I appreciate it.
Because my actual personality makes me come across like such a bitch that I need somebody else like counterbalance. They both are, just in different ways.
Please join me in the
before they realize like you actually have a heart of gold.
Join me in the secretly my heart is made of gold, and under that gold is molten lava that I constantly throw it.
But like lava from that Pixar short, that's the kind of lava she has.
Oh, that's sweet. That's cute. The two of my volcanoes love each other.
Are we going to do an episode on that short? Because I have thoughts and opinions.
Actually, I also do have thoughts and opinions. So yeah, actually, I would love.
Maybe just like Pixar shorts in general be an episode?
No, there's so many that I have so many feelings about. So yeah, no, I think that one, some of them we will combine and then others we will literally separate.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, all right. We'll see what happens. So as y'all can probably tell, we don't really have concrete plans other than we are going to talk about fictional worlds and destroy them.
I do like that. I like a little bit of, I hate freeform jazz, but I like freeform talking.
La La Land. He's the savior of jazz.
Please, never speak that in my whole area of existence. No.
Ryan Gosling is the savior of jazz. That's just canon now.
No. I love a good Dead Man's Bones album, especially during Halloween. But, sir.
No, not Ryan Gosling.
Sir. No, we're just, you know what? If that can get, did he get it? He got because of that? Is that one of the things he wanted to think? No, not Ryan Gosling, piano guy. Married to Chrissy Teigen.
John Legend.
Yeah, did he win an award for that?
I don't know if he got an award for that, but he is an EGOT winner.
He is. I think he won the Oscar for the song from Mudbound.
Yes, because I don't think, unless he wrote his song for La La Land, I know he didn't write the other songs.
Yeah. Okay. Well, John Legend is an EGOT.
Let that sink in, everybody.
What did he win a Tony for?
Who knows?
Because that's been so. And EGOT, I was making my vision board. Listen, we work in media. We don't work media, but we work in media.
We work in the medias.
Exactly, the media. I love it. It's like the muses, but
The
you know,
muses. Is that what we're going to start? Like the campaign on this podcast is we be cast as muses in live action Hercules.
We will not be because that
yes,
no.
Us, Amber Riley, and Jennifer Hudson.
No,
we can belt as loud as we want. No one will hear us.
No, it's true. Though. It's true. Wait, okay, so we're gonna probably nearly every episode talk about how much we love loud as hell Jennifer Hudson because she is truly the megaphone goddess of our hearts.
Everyone go just look up the video of her singing at that big ass stadium without a microphone just because she knows she can.
It's beautiful.
People in the nosebleed section were like, could she be a little softer?
No. Her front row's just deaf. Ears are bleeding and everything. Oh God, I love her so much.
Oh, just wait till we do a Cats episode. We have to.
Oh, we will because I've seen it.
Yep.
I'm so excited for Respect. I'm so excited. I hope a theater is safely open because I want to be in the front seat with
That's true. You're going to be so disappointed if that's straight to on demand.
No, because I need to finish setting up my speaker so that I can get like the full blast. My neighbors are going to hate me. But
then they're going to hear Jennifer and then they can't say one damn word over her.
No. And Jennifer Hudson belting out Aretha Franklin is the last thing that I hear. I've done a good job. That's a good way to go down.
There are definitely worse ways.
There are definitely worse ways to go down.
Have we introduced ourselves?
No, we have not.
We're so good at podcasting.
We're so good. We're almost 7 minutes in, and we haven't said a single thing about ourselves other than the fact that we love Jennifer Hudson.
True.
I am Sia. What's up?
And I am Cooper. I am here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are still here. What world are we actually breaking down right now?
I mean, just fair warning for anybody who decides to listen. This is just going to be how it goes. Just rapid fire off the top of our heads.
Yeah.
Underneath the actual topic we've decided to talk about.
And we're going to go on tangents. Tangents are a must.
With us it is.
I think so.
Do we want to talk about what destroying the world actually is going to mean?
Okay, so we're not literally going in with nuclear bombs to destroy your fictional world.
Unless it's warranted. There are some that I will have no issue doing that too.
You know what? Fair. What we're actually talking about is more like a deconstruction. We're like a fancy ass, bougie restaurant serving you cheesecake, but it's not really cheesecake. It's a beautiful graham cracker crumble with a souffle made out of cream cheese and a completely creme brulee sprinkle across the top. That has been if we're doing gastronomy, but with your worlds. We want to tear it down, see what parts are about it, what we like, and then
what we like, what we don't.
Maybe rebuild it, or maybe just leave it in the broken ruins.
Analyze how the world operates, if there's magic, how that works, if it makes sense.
Does it matter that it makes sense?
I will argue, I think always that yes.
I will argue that sometimes it doesn't need to.
It doesn't need to always be explained to us, but it needs to make sense in terms of what happens.
I feel like there are a couple properties where there is room for things just to freaking be.
And we'll get into your dadism loving ass at some point.
Dadaism,
same
sir.
thing.
Did you say dadism?
Yeah.
Speaking of a dadism, I love puns. I don't really use them well, but God, if there's a good pun that sneaks by me, fantastic.
You do love puns, but truly your bread and butter is analogies.
Oh my God, there's going to be so many. I literally just made one. You're in trouble, man.
Yeah,
analogies and metaphors, they're coming, man. They're coming hardcore.
So get ready for the lyrical stylings.
Oh God.
From Destroyer of Worlds.
Destroyer of Worlds, World Destruction. We're never going to get this title right. I hope you know.
No, we really aren't.
Okay. So, up first episode.
Bojack Horseman.
He is a horse and he's so sad.
Back in the 90s, I was in a very famous TV show. Please don't copyright us. Anyway. So Bojack Horseman. Basically the story of Bob Saget if his life after Full House had gone to shit.
Honestly, just you saying it's Bob Saget makes me like it less. No, but I love Bojack Horseman.
We both do.
Yeah.
Deep love.
Deep love, even though it is emotional self-flagellation, as we talked about.
Which is part of why I love it. I don't know if that's why you do.
No, it is. That is probably... I do like a good Hurt Me Daddy show. But I definitely... I go in because the jokes are also really freaking funny. Like, I love the juxtaposition of a really, really well-written humor with deep emotional devastation.
It's not sitcom humor, which I enjoy and was like expecting more Family Guy style humor.
Yeah.
It's very much just like quick wit. We are sarcastic assholes and we will read you to filth.
But there's also just like some really funny, just like old school. There is a little bit of, sitcom humor, but they spin it.
They love a gag.
They love a gag.
I always just think of randomly in the first season they have Beyonce walking out of the store, and it's just Yvette Nicole Brown just like randomly doing a deep ass riff as Beyonce just laying on the ground screaming.
Okay, like I love so Pun City, first and foremost. Pun City, especially with the names. Pun City, like the guest stars, amazing. Angela Bassett is fantastic on it for the one season that she's really on.
Okay, Angela Bassett's great in everything, true. But if we're talking guest stars, Margot Martindale.
Excuse me, you mean famed character actress Margot Martindale?
Yes, her and Amy Schumer, the two biggest best guest stars on Bojack.
There are women that Cooper can name there are people, and maybe I need to check my own misogynistic tendencies to be like there are women, but there are certain people that Cooper can name where I literally stop what I'm doing and I just look at him because he knows what can of worms he's trying to open. But Margot Martindale is a saint, and we love her very much.
And she basically becomes one in the show.
She does, and then she can't.
Oh, spoiler warning for everything we ever talk about on this podcast.
Please do not start one of our episodes if you haven't seen it, because we're not going to be able to stop ourselves from spoiling everything about it.
Not even we're not going to be able to. We have no desire to.
I mean, you clicked.
Why would you just click on the first episode of a podcast titled Bojack Horseman or something like that?
Maybe
and not expect
to watch it. Like, I don't know.
Maybe, like, what do these random people have to say?
So let's talk about the ending to talk about the show. So what I really love about Bojack Horseman is that it is hyper realism in a hyper unreal world.
Yeah, they border on surrealism, but they know how to rein it in just enough.
Yes.
Do you like rein it in?
Rein it in. Well,
because he's a horse. But anyway.
I love it. I hate that it took me so long to get it.
Usually you're the one to go.
Sorry.
I might cut that out. I hate myself making it.
I love it, though. I love it so much.
Yeah, but it borders on surrealism, but they never go far enough outside of actual human emotion and dictation of how people would interact with each other.
Yeah, so it's very much about human experiences in an inhuman world. Like the fact that it doesn't have a happy ending. And in fact, it doesn't even have a bad ending either. It has a very... here's the thing. It has an ending that I still find satisfying, but nobody really wins and nobody really loses.
I would argue Princess Carolyn wins.
Oh, well, yes, I would say, but Princess Carolyn, that's such a hard-earned win.
Yeah, Hers was very much like, if anybody was going to go from the bottom of the pits to winning, it had to be her on the show.
Yeah.
Everyone else was very much just like, oh, she's worked her entire damn life and is now getting to reap the benefits and has finally found happiness.
Yes.
We all pretty much got what we wanted without too much hard work, and it was kind of meaningless to us because we didn't know if that's what we really wanted. So now what the hell do we do with our lives?
Yes, I really do love Princess Carol. I love Jonah. I love Jonah so much. He's probably one of my favorite characters in the show, right after what is it, Adultman? Vincent Adultman.
Vincent Adultman?
Yeah, because Todd.
Oh yeah, Todd's Aaron Paul. Yeah.
Yeah. But what I am going to address right now, especially during while we're, this is elephant in the room, because this is going to come up eventually because it's already starting to come out. So let's talk about one of the main characters,
Alison Brie.
Alison Brie, yes, yeah. As an Asian woman, vocally cast as an Asian woman. And
just less than a week ago, as of recording, her saying that she regrets ever playing Diane.
Yeah, Diane Nguyen, who is a Vietnamese American woman.
She really is. And Alison Brie, for those of you who don't know, is not.
She is not.
She is quite pale. She is very white.
She is very white. And also, for that to be a thing, and for also there to be an episode where Diane goes back to Vietnam and pretends to be a Vietnamese woman who's from Vietnam and pretends not to speak English so she can be exotic to a white guy.
Did you see what the critic reviews for that episode specifically were, though?
No, I don't really read critic reviews.
Oh, I do. I love critic reviews.
Please fill me in. I would love to hear it.
So the consensus was that episode can be read as an allegory for Diane being voiced by a white woman.
Okay.
I don't feel like the show is fully aware enough of that element.
So.
I think that's giving them a lot of credit because the show can be pretty meta.
Yes.
But I don't think that they really cared that Diane was voiced by a white woman. Otherwise, they wouldn't have cast her as a white woman.
Yeah, I don't think it was cared about until this happened.
But also, it's weird thinking how much that show is about Hollywood or Hollywood, the entertainment industry. They tackle Me Too. They never really get into Black Lives Matter or people of color or really animal rights for what that would be in that world.
Which is, I don't want to put animal rights on the same level as Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, and it's smart that they didn't do that because that's what they would have had to do.
Yeah, because of the way the world is set up. So I think you're gonna just, and this is just gonna keep coming up, especially because most of our showrunners or most of our content creators aren't gonna be white, just because that's the majority of media that gets greenlit. Mm-hmm. They purposefully avoid talking about race because they don't want to get in trouble. Mm-hmm. And there was recently talk of a showrunner who says that she only writes families so that she doesn't have to cast people of color. So, hey, showrunners, if you do decide to listen to this, which who knows, you might or you might not.
We will be number one on the charts when this comes out, so I'm sure some will.
Oh, absolutely. I'm so sorry. It's hard to write about a Black person because you have to remember all the things that a Black person comes with. I'm so sorry that we have to take up both of those, what are they called? The things where you put your luggage above you on an airplane.
Sure, what are those called?
What are those called? Luggage racks? There's an overhead bin.
Overhead bin.
Yes.
That's what we're going with.
We fill up all of them. Like half the plane full, we fill up the whole overhead bin because we have so much baggage. Because it's just so hard to cast this, because if you cast it, you're going to have to talk about the civil rights movement. It's not like we wake up and eat cereal and go outside and walk our dogs and just try to live life, and then occasionally, like a Black issue will pop up in our lives, but it's not our whole lives because, we're people.
Well, but all that's true, but also I would have been really interested if Bojack hadn't just ended, what they would have done in reaction to like what's gone on the past 4 or 5 months specifically.
I'm so glad that they didn't, because I feel like they would do it wrong. And I really do like Bojack Horseman a lot, despite, you know, the whole Diane situation. I really do. I love it. I think we both love it. And I feel like I don't want to see them do it wrong. And that probably leads to more of the white showrunners going, well, I don't want to do it wrong, and I don't want to be looked at doing it wrong, so I'm not going to do it at all. But man, I have seen people do it wrong. It's real fucked up, man.
Yep. But also, Bojack kind of can hide behind an animal being a character, then they don't have to address any kind of privilege, because in this fictional world, there is not really privilege given to animals versus humans.
Yes, there is definitely classism, hardcore classism.
Yeah.
But there isn't really, like, race is kind of just like a different thing. I do believe they have had like some like animal race like jokes,
probably
situation things, but they definitely do it with religion. Because Princess Carolyn and her mouse fiance at one point. Yeah, and then having to hear about the night where they go out and they kill the cats. Yeah. So, which, how did anti-Semitic?
Just a bit.
Just. Anyway, the creator wrote this poem about Marge Simpson that made me feel things. So I'm trying to remember things like that. See, so apparently with world destruction, sometimes we destroy our own worlds that we love so much.
We do truly love Bojack Horseman.
We do truly love Bojack Horseman.
But when you break it down to how they handle race and then human versus animal characters, it holds up just because it's never a factor in the show.
Right.
But when you think about it, it maybe should have been a factor. Like, they should have addressed it on some level.
I think if you're going to bring in things like the Diane in Vietnam episode, you're going to have to bring it. Like, were her brothers and her dad voiced by Asian actors?
No idea, but safe bet, because they had more Jersey-ish accents, if I'm remembering right. Like, Asian actor was not even a thing that they thought about, especially that early on in the show.
Which is such a shame to me, because I don't know if you've seen Awkwafina's show.
Oh, yeah. Not Sextina Awkwafina from Bojack Horseman.
No, not Sextina Awkwafina. No.
I'm going to get that fetus. I'm going to kill that fetus. Pew.
Okay, it's really a good show, you guys. We're dragging, but it's really a good show. But B.D. Wong's New York accent, I know he doesn't play for my team. I know, but it's the sexiest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I don't understand. I don't get it. I really don't. I'm still extremely confused by it, but it's awesome. And there are, like, you know, I'm from the South. You can probably hear it because I twang so hard it hurts. Like, you know, I grew up around a lot of Asian Americans, like, and I'm used to, they're just Americans. They have accents. So the fact that they couldn't get an Asian actor to have a Jersey accent just blows my mind. Like, but again, they don't think about it.
But also, if they do acknowledge it to that level, that gets dangerous for when they're casting animal actors. Because if you have like a random animal actor who sounds like they have a specific accent, I don't think the show would ever be clear enough to be like, this character is specifically from this region or from this country, etc. It would just then automatically become like this animal and this entire species of animal.
Well, I don't think so, because like it's not like a stereotypical Asian accent. It's just an Asian person who has a Jersey accent.
Yeah.
So like, there's plenty of Asian voice actors out there, and I'm sure they can like shoot. What's her name? Cree Summer, who's not Asian. She's biracial. She's Black, and she was voicing Penny on Inspector Gadget. Nobody knew, but nobody really had a problem with it. So
no, I'm not even saying like don't hire an Asian actor.
Yeah.
I'm saying like if they hire somebody who is from China, India, Vietnam, etc., and they still have an accent, if they don't acknowledge on the show that like this is just for this one character.
I think they do but I don't know if they've had like two of the same animals next to each other with different accents.
Yeah, because they do a wide array of animals, but you really very rarely see two of the same exact species or breed of the animal interact with each other weirdly.
Yeah. So what you're saying is we don't need like a Camel or Pooh moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it'd be real rough.
Which is why I'm really glad that they did not handle BLM on the show. Because I feel like that was my fear. That was my legit fear.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, so dogs. There are a couple of different dogs in the show.
Yeah.
So there's
Mr. Peanut Butter.
Mr. Peanut Butter.
We have yet to talk about.
Mr. Peanut Butter is... I don't know how to... I know. We're going to skip over Mr. Peanut Butter right now.
I mean, he is a golden retriever.
Uh-huh.
I don't think you need more explanation.
He's literally the embodiment of a golden retriever. That is it.
He is the most well-intentioned, sweetest, ignorant, unknowingly stupid, unknowingly prejudiced, and probably hurtful to a lot of people frat boy you will ever meet.
And we love him because he tries.
He does, but then every time he's in a relationship, I'm like, you're the worst.
Yes.
That dog has a lot of misogyny he probably needs to work through.
Yes, he does. He also brings out the worst in other people.
He does. He is that kind of annoying, though, that if you spend more than a few days with him, that will happen.
Yeah. Also, big shout out. I know a lot of people don't love her, but I do. Pickles is adorable.
Fucking Pickles.
I fucking love Pickles because I know that she is not going to be very well liked. I think she's very much like she is intentionally vapid and all this other stuff, but I feel like there's also like a depth to her that doesn't really get explored. I mean, it gets explored a little, but
yeah, she very much is a character who, after the time jump in the last episode, I would have been more interested to see where she ended up. Yeah,
like it's definitely when I see her and when I see characters like her, like young women who are vapid, and it's definitely like old man yells at cloud for me, where it's just like definitely an older guy going, God, this generation. They just
these fucking children
always in
her live streaming the breakup like 8 different times.
Like and I feel like, especially with all the recent activism and stuff, the Zoomers out there zooming. They're hardcore.
Zoomers be zooming.
Zoomers be zooming. They are.
I hate that so much.
I know you hate being a Zoomer, but I
don't hate being a Zoomer. I hate Zoomer culture, and I think. Let's do a hot take first episode.
Okay.
TikTok and Gen Z kids on TikTok, please stop. You were going to regret them.
I love it. Oh, people are already regretting them, but yeah, I
saw like this one young boy who could not have been more than 12, easily 12, was talking about how he just wanted his daddy to come and fuck his ass so hard. I'm like, you were 12.
Okay, see, that kind of shit. I'm like,
no.
I stay far away from that. No. That
Gen Z, no.
That makes me sad. That's like
we know too much, the internet.
See, that whole thing, the OnlyFans thing, I stay far away from that. Like, I just want to see kids hit dances. That's all I want. And I don't even want to see kids. Like, most of my TikToks are like wine
home renovations.
And oh my God. I love home renovations. I love people rebuilding things. I love shed conversions. I am a dork.
So what you're saying is you're really a big fan of Gwyneth Paltrow Goop. And that is the brand and lifestyle you aspire to.
He's getting the look. He's getting the look.
I actually do want that vagina candle. No bullshit. I want that fucking thing. I want to know what that smells like, actually.
I spend the money, man. You can get it.
It's like $75.
Spend the money. You want it.
It is COVID times. Money is tight.
I buy a lot of candles. I buy expensive candles.
Candles are nice, but I also like to be able to go into the store and smell them and pick them out.
That is true. That is true.
I don't trust these
I have
Amazon
candles being delivered right now that I've never smelled, but the smells
That's horrifying.
Good together. They will show up at some point. I don't know when.
You don't know when?
I don't know when because COVID.
COVID. But anyway, Bojack,
going back. If you hear, hold on. Yeah, if you're hearing that now, that means that we fucking don't know how to work this shit yet.
Look, we're trying, guys. Yeah.
You're not even going to listen to this. You're going to be listening to this. So we don't know how to work this shit yet. So I'm going to try to like do it in such a neat way. So figure out a cutting point.
Yeah, in case you did miss me making a joke about like in 1732 when we started fucking dogs. Like that. How did that get the same level of laugh?
Because it's so fucking funny.
Maybe we'll get into like actual kink worlds in one episode. Who knows? Anyway, like I don't need that level of mythology and like magic, or even if that's what's operating in this world. Like I don't need that explanation.
I feel like it's literally just like, I know that it's just a human story made cute so that it won't be as devastating.
Mm-hmm. But part of that human story then, especially for Bojack, because the entire plot is more or less him coming to terms with the shit he's done, trying to become a better person, grow out of his trauma. Part of that seems like it should be him addressing whatever privilege he has, which is him.
That's where the classism comes in.
Yes, but also, like in this world, did him being a horse help him or hurt him?
Well, horses are.
Like,
here's the thing: horses are red because he's talked about horses before. Horses are red as wasps, so horses are red as white.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if this is for all horses because they did have wild horses running across the desert before, and I don't know if they were supposed to be white or not. But there is color, there is racial coding in Bojack Horseman, and horses are definitely supposed to be white.
But is that us putting that lens onto them?
No, he specifically in certain episodes talks about how horses are bad, or how a horse does this, or how horses are supposed to be wasps.
But that's us putting our experience in our world and our language onto that.
Maybe.
Yeah, like I'm just wondering, we know for sure he's male. But then like him being on the show horsing around, which was like more or less built around him.
Yeah.
As a comedian in that world.
Yeah.
Like the gimmick and probably the catch of the show is that he is this horse who is raising the kids, but he's also single man raising the kids.
Yeah.
Is there something to say in this world and society about single male horse being the one who has this show and why he got all this opportunity?
I don't know. I don't know if they thought about it that deeply.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of leaning towards too.
Yeah, I think a lot of it was literally like, no, it'd be cool if he was a horse. Right? But like, what are other horses like? And then that's when they built off of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know the full mythos or the thoughts behind.
Yeah.
Of course.
And I don't think the show or the creators have any desire to explain it.
Yeah. So that's my question: is does it matter when it comes to things like that? Like this is not full Dadaism. In fact, there are many rules to this world. Like he has to wear an air breathing helmet when he visits the underwater area. Like and two animals or humans can have sex, create babies, but the baby will come out one or the other. You can't have like a dog human hybrid baby. No, there are no hybrids.
You'll have a dog baby or a human baby.
Yes. And I don't know if there were any sibling situations where one person was one thing and another person was another thing.
There definitely were in like background and secondary characters. Never main characters.
Never main characters. Okay, so the world has rules, even if the rules are shown in gags and then because the backgrounds. Okay, so one thing to go back into why we love this show is because the backgrounds are rich.
Yeah,
they are rich. Side characters can have entire stories. In fact, they can have stories across episodes.
There is a lot of time and effort put into everybody who is on the screen. That is for sure. And
then if a situation happens, it has happened for the rest of the series because that's how we have Hollywood instead of Hollywood because the D was stolen.
Yep.
Like there's this company where they make signs for parties, but they never get it right. So it's a continually getting it wrong. till it's so long that and there's
the Andrew Garfield Halloween store in June.
Like so there's so much beauty in it. There's so much thought, but I don't know if it's deep weird thought. They really leaned into the weirdness and they really loved it. And the gags are great. The sight gags are fantastic.
Yeah, the show, whatever commentary you want to put onto it, it boils down to celebrity culture and privilege.
Yes.
And then everything else is just there for fun.
Oh my god, the sex robot. Oh god.
Oh my fucking god.
The whole time I was like, the fact that was what was used to explain Me Too, I literally just like kind of hid while I was watching that episode because it's so much and so but it's great, but also at the same time I'm like, am I supposed to laugh at this? Can I laugh at this? Have I bad? Like sometimes they'll make you feel bad about what you laugh at.
Which is kind of just the humor you and I enjoy, though.
Yes, it is. Yes,
if there's something we probably, I'm not even going to say we shouldn't laugh at, but that the average person would not, we're going to be laughing our asses off, if not taking it much further.
We love a good trauma humor. Like, we do. Like,
we love joking about our trauma. We love joking about trauma in general.
Yes.
Bojack has plenty of trauma we have made fun of.
Oh, man. Like, this is not funny, but like, the mom funeral happened after my mom's funeral, and I just like sat there and I was like, "Oh, this is a whole fucking episode. This is a whole fucking episode."
And then his bitch ass is in the wrong fucking room.
That literally saved it for me. Honestly, it did. The fact that he was in the wrong room the whole time, I was like, "Oh, thank God."
After this 25-minute monologue,
25 minutes of a monologue about dead mom.
But that's why I really like the show, is they really weren't afraid to just pull shit.
It was.
We get an episode just in his Alzheimer mother's mind. We're going through her memories.
So painful.
You have him going on like a drug tirade with the young girl that he starred in the sitcom with in the 90s.
Pretty much raised and ruined her life.
Ruined her life, traumatized her, and emotionally scarred her. Then makes her break her sobriety to go out and party with her. Well,
she was already ready to break her sobriety.
She was, but she didn't until he called.
Oh, man. Bojack.
The choices.
What is her name?
Sarah Lynn.
But the actress.
Kristen Shaw.
God, I love her.
Yep.
What a
Between
queen.
that and Louise Belcher.
What a queen. Kristen Shaw.
Kristen Shaw. Get more money.
Make that money, honey. We're pro Kristen Shaw podcast. I feel like we're just like black.
We are for now. You never know what's gonna happen.
You never know what happens.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Man.
Yep.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about Todd and his asexuality at all.
I do appreciate the way that they talked about his asexuality, because I think they did it in a good way.
They really had him explore the sexuality, which I enjoyed. Because in episode 1 or 2, you see him being fin-dommed via Skype.
Oh my god, it's been so long since I've seen the first episode, so I need to rewatch it.
Yeah, like he's just like casually chilling in his underwear, like implied jerking off, while this woman's like, "Come on, Todd, just send me all your money."
Okay.
And like you get that, and then they really put a taper on it. It was very much a progression of, I think that was also before they may have decided he was asexual.
Okay.
But I'm willing to give the show the benefit that they at least showed him exploring before very slowly over several seasons coming to the conclusion that he is asexual and then navigating the asexual dating sphere.
Yes. There are few shows that, and they're mostly animated, that I will give credit where even if they're not thinking of in the long term, like 4 years from now, they will at least acknowledge, like, 4 years ago this happened and this still existed in this world.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably this show, Archer, and which I don't think you've ever seen.
I love Archer.
You love Archer? Have we?
I've rewatched that show so many times.
Fuck yeah, we have an Archer episode coming.
Archer episode coming. That's going to get real trippy with the dream world. And all
I feel like we're going to have to do the dream world separate.
True. Full disclosure, I do not enjoy the newer seasons of Archer.
Me either.
I love the spy ones.
The spy ones are great.
That's what I'm there for. And Archer Vice, for the most part, I really liked.
I loved Archer Vice.
The next season is going to be him out of the coma, though, so I'm very excited.
So we are getting another season. That's what I wanted.
Oh, yeah, they've renewed it for like another 2 or 3. The head showrunner, Adam Reed, I think, is taking a major step back, and it's not going to be showrunner anymore.
Okay, so I'm excited.
So, like, he's producing, but we're also getting people who are like, no, let's go back to what we really liked about Archer. So,
yeah.
Here.
So,
did you not see the last episode of the last season of Archer?
I saw the very last bit where he's having all the flashbacks.
Yeah, did you not see him wake up from the coma?
I saw him wake up, but I didn't know that we were going to have more.
Oh, you were thinking that might be the end of the show.
Because it was such a pivotal portion of the show.
I would have been real pissed if we ended up there without seeing like Lana, Pam, and actual Cheryl.
Yeah, I want to see the baby. Well, who's now a little girl. So.
Yeah. Because who knows?
Who knows?
But no, it's coming. It did get indefinitely delayed because of COVID. It was supposed to be out already.
That's fine. I'm here for Lana. I'm here for all the COVID.
Are we here for Aisha Tyler? I feel like we are, mostly. I can't think of anything I've seen her in that I don't really like her in, but I feel like there's always secret stuff.
I've even seen Balls of Fury, and she doesn't even really speak during that. I've watched some shit for Aisha Tyler. I love that woman. Yeah. She has a song that literally talks about how the fact that she doesn't have ass. It's called No Ass at All. It's great. No ass at all.
So that was a good example of one of our tangents.
Yes. Okay, bringing it back. Maybe you'll hear it. Maybe you won't. Maybe you won't. Edit it out. Because this episode will probably be almost an hour if we don't edit.
Yeah, I think we're at like 40-ish minutes now.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Cool.
Bring it back.
I'm going to adjust really quick while we're in it.
Adjust. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, all in all, like, listen.
Look and listen.
Look and listen. Listen, look, breathe. I don't know if I would describe, because I don't want to be on this tangent, because this tangent is like, I don't know if it's not a tangent. I don't want to be on this theme because I don't feel like, either way. Would you describe it as a post-racial world? Or is the human a race? Is the horse a race?
I think it's more or less mirroring where white people thought we were with race and class in 2012.
I love it. Yeah, Obama's president.
Guys, we have a black president. All problems are solved. Civil rights worked. We all saw Selma.
That explains. See that's it for me. That nails it. That explains it. That's perfect. Like,
I think that explains it, but also the show grew and tackled so much. It just seemed like such a weird area that they were either blind to or knew that they had to be blind to. Because we all know how Zootopia handled race.
Listen,
that'll be a whole episode. That'll be an episode.
It's not perfect. It was a good for what it was.
I am so excited for when they eventually make Zootopia 2 or whatever spinoff, where it's 2. What'd you say?
Zootopia 2 Electric Boogaloo. That is again a reference that is too old for you. Go ahead.
Whenever that happens, when it's 2 predators or 2 prey wanting to adopt the opposite kind of baby. And now it's about like gay rights. I
can't. You can't do that.
We can't have 2 lions raise this lamb. They're going to eat him.
I can't.
Or what if they make him a predator?
My brain hurts.
I'm so excited.
Don't do this to me.
Is this going to end with us getting a job on Zootopia 2?
Oh my God.
Like, you and I wouldn't jump at the chance to take that movie. We would love to do that movie. The money. Disney money.
I do want Disney money.
And Princess and the Frog Splash Mountain.
I'm so fucking excited.
I'm so excited. Okay, no, we need to say that for after the recording. We've gone on so many tangents.
Oh my God. Okay, so all in all, it's not going to be a good or a bad or a yes or a no.
Oh, I was going to
out of a 1 out of the 10, What do you rate? And I guess we can do smaller categories, but overall, as a world, BoJack Horseman's world, 1 out of 10.
Just rating the world, not the show.
Just the world, not the show. So we're only about the world.
I would give it an 8.
I would give it an 8.5. I feel like especially for the background. And then
the gags and like how much humor that's packed into it really pushes it up for me. Because otherwise it's more or less just our world with animals.
Speaking of going back, we're circling back to a topic that we were talking about before.
Circling back. Hopefully got recorded.
Circling back. Talking about the races and different people, different animals from different areas. They did do that because in the Vietnamese episode, the animals that are around there are all animals that you will find in Vietnam. If that makes sense. So there's cranes, there's stuff like that. Like, so there is like a semi-racial coding, but it's literally about what animals in the ecological area.
Yeah. My thought to that then, because I don't know if I'd ever picked up on that, is so then what do they get treated of when they're outside their home country?
Well, I mean,
like, is that coding still there as well?
Technically, it is because Diane ends up with a water buffalo who is voiced by a black man and his son, and they are racial coding him hard to be a black man.
They are.
So,
and was that their way of fixing the Diana problem they realized they'd done?
I don't know, and that makes me so uncomfortable to dig into. But I mean, I'm all about this conference, so let's dig into it. I'll stick my feet in. Let's go.
I don't feel like I have much to say on that as much as just like.
Is it okay?
That seems like it's problematic if they were, in addition, coding the character as what we would perceive to be an African American person.
So, out of 1 out of 5, with 5 being well-intentioned and then 1 being like, you didn't even think about this shit at all. Where do you put that one?
Specifically, the water buffalo boyfriend dude, whose name I cannot remember.
Who is a black animal doing black things, I guess.
I don't even know how to rank that because I feel like at that point they were intentionally writing him to resemble a black person. I'm just not sure whether that's good or bad necessarily in the whole sphere of the world because we don't get enough examples of how they treat that with other people. Okay,
so actually I'm going to give you another example.
Okay.
So this is not about the animal. This is about another racial coding versus a white actor. You remember that Todd has always been Todd Chavez. And then all of a sudden,
I forgot about that.
He has a Latinx stepfather. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was a very good way to save their asses on that one.
I feel like somebody... I always think about when I think about something sudden happening is the song that's from SpongeBob when they're trying to jelly. Hey, all you people.
Hey, all you people. Hey, all you people. Won't you listen to me? Yep.
I feel like somebody literally ran into the writing room and was just like, what can we do to save Diane, man? We can't save Diane. All right, what can we do to save Todd? Stepdad. Woo! And then everybody like figures it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that is a genius ass way to save your ass on that. But also, it's good that they had held out not having Todd tackle what his heritage may have been before introducing the stepfather then.
Sweet save.
Yep.
Sweet save. Somebody like
that was just a blessing from above. They needed that win.
Ooh, they needed that win. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. But I mean, all in all, I'd say it's like an 8.5. I think it's a beautiful world that's been built. The problems that we have with it definitely are us trying to put our world into that world because it definitely is Obama paradise.
Yeah. I don't think that show could have existed like it did pre-Obama, and now it would feel too foreign. I feel like.
It literally came in just in the perfect time. I think it's amazing for what it is. I think there's a lot of merit to it. I think the world of it is fantastically built. It's beautiful. It's colorful. It's dark. It's gritty. It
has Margot Martindale.
And honestly, is your world good if there isn't Margot Martindale? I mean, it can be something. It can do what it can do, but goddamn, Margot Martindale.
Goddamn Margot Martindale.
Goddamn Margot Martindale. Yeah.
This is for all the other character actors.
A goddamn saint. Love her.
So that's the majority of our thoughts on BoJack Horseman.
We went to some areas that I knew I was going to poke the bear, but God, when you poke the bear, then you have to fight the cubs too, and man, that was rough. I didn't really think about it a lot of those things.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if we were going to go more into this analytical territory of the worlds, or if we were going to focus more on plots and like how things are introduced.
I think going forward, because I don't want to just go into the show, because it's just like, characters are characters, but definitely the worlds.
Yeah, because when BoJack is kind of asking for it, especially with all the Diane stuff.
Yeah, especially now.
Yeah. So, but I mean, if anyone's listening, let us know if you would rather us.
No death threats, bro.
No death threats.
Because we roll up. We were
talking about that earlier, actually. I mean, but let us know if you'd want to hear us more talk about like actual plot lines, if there's like specific things that you'd want to hear from us when we talk about different shows, movies, theater, books, whatever we end up doing.
And we do have
video games.
No video games. No video wiggles.
No, that's not our cup of tea. We don't know that much about it.
Yeah, and the ones that we do play, we play for pleasure and not for world building.
Yeah, like I don't have too many groundbreaking thoughts on Mario and the Uncharted series. I really don't.
Listen, I watch videos on that stuff. I don't need to talk about it. The nerd is so strong in me that I don't need to go any deeper.
We're good.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, where do they even reach us?
I was thinking about that earlier. We are going to start building that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll get that info to you as soon as we have it.
So keep your thoughts in your pocket.
And maybe head. We'll actually have like a finalized title that we can both hopefully remember.
Oof.
We have high hopes here.
Yeah, there'll probably be like an Instagram. I don't tweet. I've never tweeted, so.
I have a Twitter, but I have not sent a single tweet out from it.
Well, you know what? No. Let's just do an email. You can write an email. I believe in you.
So what email address?
We will give an email address. We're going to make an email. Gmail is always going, bitch. All right.
So you can send in your thoughts on the episode, what you want to hear from us in the future. We already have a long list of ideas, so no promises.
No promises.
And most likely, you're going to align with a lot of our stuff. I don't think.
Or fight us in the streets, and bitch, we're ready. So.
Bitch, we're fucking ready. For all you Karens, all you Susans, all you Lilies.
We're going to talk about the Susans and Lilies are on our side. They're the ones.
Lilies, but I also feel like accidentally there might be a fist fight with a Lily at some point.
We had a good time.
We did.
We had a good time. All right, that's the show.
That's it. We'll be back at some point with a different topic.
Bye.